back to Sunny Silver Linings. On this episode, Sunny is joined by Juan Fernandez. Juan is the Vice President of Managed Services for ImageNet Consulting and MSP. He is also the Channel Development Advisory Council Vice Chair for CompTIA. For those who don't know, Juan has over 26 years in the IT industry and is an active leader within the CompTIA organization. Juan, thank you for everything you do here for our industry. And of course, as always, we have our host, Mr. Sunny Kala, the founder and CEO of IT by Design. Sunny, take it away.
Thank you, Todd. And Juan, welcome to our podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are doing so much in the channel, so much for the IT MSP community, and we truly appreciate your go-giver's spirit. And the way you kind of really do everything through CompTIA and other give back platforms is amazing to see what you're doing and how you are making a difference. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, my question for you today is going to be, as they say, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. And in a crowded marketplace.
Yeah.
What are the most successful MSPs? What are they doing different than an average MSP? Let's talk about top 3 things that the most successful MSPs are doing.
That's a great question. There's a lot of opportunities that are out there, and there's a lot of different shiny balls to chase. But the one we're starting to see as a good opportunity, and it's been something even not just in the MSP opportunity, but also in business, is thinking through that conversation around customer service, right? One of the things that MSPs and IT professionals have been really good at, and one of the reasons we started is because we want to help people, right? We want to provide a good customer experience. Your reputation is you, right? And so we've been delivering customer experience for quite a long time. And truth be told, through all the different opportunities that this world has handed us, that's becoming paramount. Now, one of the forward-thinking momentums that we're seeing that is really starting to move the needle for MSPs and other IT providers is this new coined phrase as customer experience as a service, where forward thinking on that customer experience journey that you're giving to your customer, but also thinking, how am I helping my customer? What is the experience? How is technology? What meaningful technology solutions am I putting in place that is helping my customer be successful? And what am I doing for my customer to provide them with a good customer experience service? So truth be told, we are becoming more of a customer experience as a service agents that are providing a pass-through experience of the framework of how to do business with business companies that more simply, right? The ones that are winning right now and companies across the board, the ones that are growing during these times and in times in the near future, I guarantee, will be the ones that are providing an easier way to do business with them. And truth be told, the way that's going to work is by implementing technology opportunities. So that customer experience as a service opportunity is really an opportunity for a profit building, in the space today.
Absolutely, could not agree more. I spend a lot of time out on the road at different shows and different organizations, and that customer experience is what sets you apart. It's what makes your MSP sticky with your partner. It's what makes the MSP sticky with their end customers. And the better the customer experience, the higher your retention. Good people will pay more for a great customer experience. Why do we go to Starbucks for that cup of coffee when we can certainly get it cheaper at our local supermarket or whatever? It's the experience. We're willing to pay for that. Sunny, here at IT by Design, we're all about giving that positive experience. How do you pass that on to your leaders, and what do you expect from your teammates from that customer experience standpoint?
Yeah, Todd, we from the beginning, we focused on additional value. Value is one of our core value, and how can I deliver more value to my customer than what they pay me in payments? So now, during especially this pandemic, we are going above and beyond to extreme levels when it comes to customer service. And there we are measuring that customer's end customer experience, not who is cutting a check for us. We are looking at the customer experience of our customer who is cutting a check for our customer. So for example, with an engineer who is dedicated to MSP, what is their performance? What is that engineer's performance for that MSP's end customer? And how he's doing in terms of his CSAT score, response ratio of those surveys. So that's how you measure experience. But number one goal is investing more into customer experience. And how can we improve this experience to a very, very different level? And that means how can we make that customer be more successful in getting payments from his customers? And that's what success is.
Thank you. So Juan, that customer experience can't just start at the delivery phase. It's got to start in the sales process. So how are you seeing MSPs change that or change their offering to begin that whole experience, different experience, better experience early in the relationship?
The opportunity is such, I remember thinking back from when I was in, my first MSP days, right? I was very young. I thought, hey, I can go out and offer a cheaper price. I believe that I can deliver IT for less money. And I had a feeling that was the way that I provided value, was to be cheaper. That wasn't the best business move, right? Because support costs money, right? And truth be told, all of us eventually learn, and I know for anybody that's been in business for more than that 2-year time period, you get it, right? You learn real quick that my value is not zero. And I think that for all of us in IT, we realize, and even in business, and that opportunity doesn't work. So the way I like to think about it is I had to take a look at a couple of things in life and in liberty and the pursuit of happiness, and look at what is successful and what are some of the things that make them successful. And I use this analogy all the time because it's an easy one for us all to comprehend, because you, like everybody here and everybody probably listening or watching this podcast now and in the future, has heard about a diet plan. And truth be told, my question generally is, why do diet plans work? And everyone, I say, what are some of the things that diet plans do? Everybody can say that I either know somebody or I've heard of a diet plan that it tells me every single time I do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I'm going to be either healthier, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to, have better clarity, all these different things, right? I'm going to have a new lease on life. The whole reason diet plans work is because they have a plan, right? When you look at a diet plan, that you're going to get something from that diet plan. Now, whether or not the steps that are associated with that plan are relative to your journey or what you think will work for you, doesn't mean anything. It's the fact that there is a plan, and that plan says, I'm going to take you somewhere, and you're going to lose weight. That's the promise. And I think that in IT, the opportunity that we have is that we've been saying, hey, I'm going to do monitoring, maintenance, and management for your infrastructure. And it's going to, you're going to be patched, you're going to be secure, you're going to do this. That's not a compelling message, right? It doesn't transform my business. You're just maintaining it, you're monitoring it, and you're managing it. At the very basic fundamental of the sense, right? You're not transforming anything. And so I think that message at the end of why diet plans work and how I'm going to help you lose weight is something we need to consider. And in our sales message, we need to look at, how am I moving the needle for my customer and helping them lose weight, right? What is my promise? What is my initiatives? And how am I going to do it? What are the 3 key steps that are going to make that work for them?
Excellent. Thank you. And Sonny, we here in IT by Design, where we're out there in the industry, we always talk about, the extra value that we do bring to our partners. Can you speak to that a little bit when you've grown IT by design from you yourself, just one person, to here we are at over 500 employees worldwide. What has been your differentiator? What was that extra value you've added to allow IT to grow, IT by design to grow to where we are today?
Yeah, very simple formula, which is, okay, what can I do for the customer and from their business perspective? And so in these days, during this pandemic, our number one focus is how can we understand our customers' business? If there's an MSP where their vertical is, let's say, dental practices, or their vertical is hospitality, how can we help them pivot? How can we help them reassess their offerings? So they are expecting NOC services or dedicated engineers or business help desk as a master MSP, what we provide, but we go above and beyond. So in terms of build it you, in terms of the thought leadership content we bring for them, for their business to be successful. And it's always, okay, what is that additional value? Now, recently, Todd, as you know, we are adding VCIO as a service for the same partners at no cost or very, very minimal cost. That gives them something additional, and that makes them be more successful with their customers. As long as we can help our customers make more money and be more profitable, our growth is going to be byproduct of their success.
Thank you. And it's that thinking of the outcome. What are you delivering? So Juan, people talk about outcome-based deliveries. Can you speak to that a little bit?
It's an interesting conversation because there's so many gray areas there, right? And one of the neat things that we're giving away here in this podcast today is the 4 key go-to-market strategies. And in there, I outline a couple of key thoughts around features, benefits, and outcomes, because there is a clear differentiation between the three. And for so many, we talk about features of our product or a product that's going to be, and then we weave in this benefit of the opportunity that this product delivers and try to make it an outcome. You're going to be more secure. Well, more secure isn't necessarily a business benefit outcome, right? Yeah, I'm going to be more secure. That's more of a benefit of the product than it is, it's a combination. So really understanding the company's mantra, and really thinking through, it's not about the product set. It's not about, your opportunity of how you do business. It's more along the lines of what do you do and how do you do it different, and why do you do it differently, and what the client benefit is, and a combination of all of those things boiled together to provide a compelling story around their business and how I'm going to do exactly what the diet plan says I'm going to do. I'm going to help you lose weight. Let me give you a for instance. I talk about this all the time, and one of the sales phrases that we changed and we created a whole different mantra around was, we deliver technology solutions that are derived, or we deliver business outcomes through the thoughtful use of technology. And that's really the message. It's not about monitoring, maintenance, and management, because we all do that, right? It's all about what we're doing to help that customer really focus on their business. And we've said that for so long is, hey, we help you focus on your business, but how does your offering really do that? What is specific to you? What's your business message that is meaningful, that you can explain it to them like, hey, I built my business like this and it was purpose built to help you be successful. That's an outcome, right? How am I moving the needle for you as a customer, right? Those are the outcome-based deliveries. And one of the opportunities today is I've actually created a little chart of thoughts around how individuals attending this podcast can also build their own outcome-based delivery message.
Absolutely. We'll have a link to that document right in the video description. So you can just click on that and you'll be able to download that. And we thank you, Juan, for creating that and offering that to our viewers free of charge. So, talking about that outcome delivery, it's no longer about the speeds and feeds. And, you really have to have that business description. And Sonny, how do you get how do you train your sales team and your leaders and your service delivery managers to talk about those business outcomes?
Teaching them business acumen. That is not about delivery, it's about defining that business success criteria, business success measures of your customer, what that success looks like, where you have something at risk payout as well. So success-based payout model always work in our individual, let's say, take an example of a salesperson. If the salesperson is going to make $100,000 and you have $50,000 as a guaranteed pay and $50,000 at risk, that's like outcome-based, that mutual success-based model. And if we can just look at that as an example and apply that in our business from our delivery to customers, that if they win, then there's a percentage of that success that comes to us. For example, if there's an engineer, IT by Design's dedicated engineer serving a MSP partner, if we're billing them, let's say X amount, and they are able to use that engineer and bill X plus whatever their EBITDA targets are, and then they pay based on their billable hours of that engineer, then you both have skin in the game, and your customer is a lot more comfortable in terms of kind of having that agreement with you. Yeah. And they know that mutual win will be ensured, and we both have that common interest, that mutual interest, to make sure that end customer is successful. So customer experience is the end goal. And people do pay a lot more for the right customer experience. And as you said, Todd, it's not about just delivery experience. Experience starts from the day that person calls you, or your marketing email goes to that person, or your marketing email tone treats them, makes them feel, to how your sales team makes them feel, how your onboarding team makes them feel, how your then delivery teams takes that warm transition and make them feel. It's that entire experience that matters. And especially now, it is all about experience. And at IT by Design, we are investing heavily into customer experience, adding a lot more resources in terms of systems, processes, people, to make sure that our experience is keep going up every single day, every single month.
Absolutely. One of those mentoring moments that I had from you specifically, Sonny, was at Build It last year when we were live in Jersey, and you said, let's treat each and every one of our guests like a god. And the whole team just adopted that. And after the event, when we were getting feedback from attendees, everybody talked about what a great time and how the team took really great care of them. And that speaks volume to that customer experience. Within the first week of, after the show where we put, 2020 tickets on sale, we sold over 200 paid attendees in 7 days for an event that we hadn't even locked in a date or a location for. That's what's amazing. And that all comes back to that experience, the quality of the content and the experience they had. So, we'd like to keep these short and sweet to the point. Wow, what a great episode we've had. Sonny, why don't you wrap us up and take us out today?
Yeah, thank you, Todd. So it's going to be about the experience, that diet plan, and that outcome-based delivery. That's what Juan shared us. Juan, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us and our viewers. And we appreciate you giving back to the channel, and truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. And go get them, everybody.
All right. For our viewers, thank you for taking the time. We hope you found some value in this episode. If you did, please be sure to like, share, comment, all that good stuff. We certainly would appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next episode.